Alright, so I'd like to talk about what we've done up to date and some crazy shit I've just found. So, best way to do this is to start over for you. Now, one of the things that people don't usually see is the diamond because it's kind of faded. It goes from the 5 to the 1 to the 1 to the X. That is your diamond. Under your heart, your spade, and your club. It's very interesting that you got your 6, 7, and your 110 here. Whereas in the heart, you have your 6, 7, and your 110 here, and 110 there, kind of. So, we're going to take a look at what we know so far. So, I got two colors. We're going to start with a circled 69. Okay? We're going to put everything that is not part of the diamond. So it doesn't go to the top row. So I'm going to do that. Okay? Now, that one is not in. That one is not in. That one is not in. This one is in. This 4 is not in the diamond. And yeah. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 4, V, because that would be in the diamond. See how we're going into the column that we haven't done shit in yet? So this will be a 3, 4, this will be a 2, 3, 5, this will be your 13 and your 28. And this will be your X, and this will be your 1. You're gonna have to hang on with me here, people. So this 1 is not in there. This 1 is not in there. This 5 is not in there. This 50 is not in there. Now, we have an 8 next here in Fibonacci, which is where the butt of the heart goes, because the next number we have is our 13, which is in our heart. We have the 91, which is in the heart. We have the 6 that is in the heart. We have this 1 that's in the heart, the 7 that's in the heart, the 110 that's in the heart, and the 2143, which is in the column we haven't solved for yet. Now, I could put the 8 and the 340 in it, but I'm going to choose not to based on the crucifix code, I guess, that I came up with. So when I draw my heart, I'm going to embellish it a bit. Cool? Now this one is in the derivation, but it's not in the heart, or is it? I don't know if I want to. Because it's part of the equation, I like to keep it part of the heart. Kind of shows my left side would be bigger on the heart. Maybe heart's on the left side, supposedly, or in the center. I don't know. Now 340 is our iterative solution. This one here is 659, the next one is 1210, but if we choose that and then move it down, maybe we circle the 17 next, maybe we circle the 18 next. So I'm going to put an asterisk here and a double asterisk here. Or 660, or 1212, because we'll be adding a 17 and then an 18, so add 1 and add 2. So yeah, looks good. Now, what I find interesting is this. Everything that's red that is not part of the heart spells heart. Now you're going to ask me, how does 1550 make a... So 8 is the letter H right here. 5 is E. The 1 up here is A. Now if I go down to this one, reuse this 5 and jump across to this 50, but know that the 50 is Roman numeral L, and the letter L is the 12. 12 and 5 is 17. 17 and 1 is 18, which is R. And if that's 12, or an L, 12 plus 8 is 20 for T. So it spells heart. So, right? Where do we find diamond? Now, how I see this, there's two ways of seeing. I saw this two ways. Well, the first way I saw it was in a 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4 triangle, where I was like, D, if V is the 22nd letter and the number 5, 2, 2, 5 is 9. D-I, or 4, 9. 1 for A, so D-I-A, M. 3, 2, and 2, 8 is a 10, would be a 15 for an O. 10 and a 4 would be an N. And a 4 would be a D. But then I was like, no, you're inside here. Let's go outside. So I was like, all right. So we have a 4. And then we have a 4, circle slash, circle slash. See, that's a D. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, and then ring, I guess, is what I had. Ring. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. D, I, A, no, D, I. Let's just go A then. Yeah, whatever. Let's not use that. Let's just use the one. D-I-A. D-I-A. Where's your M? Your M will be your 1, 1, 1, ring, circle slash, 4. Because that would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh yeah. And the circle from the 6 and the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. D. That's not part of that. D-I-A-M. Alright? Now your O. Well, in the 6, 9, it's 15. 15's an O. D-I-A-M-O. Now we need an N-D. Alright, I remembered. So this O right here is part of the Roman numerals, which could be the 15th letter for a lowercase o. A 15 or a 1 and a 5 is a 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 4 is 14. So this would be a ring as a 15 as a 6 with a circle slash, circle slash. That's your N. And then I guess your D would be, where you began at the 4. So using just the red letters here, I find diamond. Using just the red letters here, I find heart. And there's no gaps. So that's cool. Also, yeah, this is cool. So, in the cipher, these bubbles would be used. And the bubbles that are not used are 113 and 2143. Well, I have a 2143 right here. I have a 13 right here, and I have a 1 right here. So the only numbers that are not used here are 1, 2, 3, 5 with a 28. And we have a different type of number, a V, and an X. So when I look at these guys, if that's 28, 29, 30, 38, 39. So these sum to 39. Yeah. There's something else going on, I remember. Oh yeah. And the ones before it, like if these are nothings, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7. So we also have, like, these are not being used in the heart, but also above it, where the nothings are, that is not being used in the heart. So like I said, 1, 1, 1, 4, and that sums to 7. these together sum to 46. And then I was looking at these guys going, okay, well, that's the 22nd letter, and that's the 24th letter. That sums to 46. So that was interesting. And then we have a 4-6 split here in the reckoner. Interesting. Oh yeah, you can spell diamond with the Roman numerals. I forgot about that. So you have sorry. So an IV is a 4. That's a D. A V by itself is a 5, and the 22nd letter, a 5 and a 2 and a 2 is a 9 for an I. Your 1 alone now is a 1, is an A. Your M is... How did I get that? M. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's IVIX. So it would be an IVIX. I don't know how to, 1, 2. I guess just circle it. IVIX. IVIX would be your 4 and your 9, which is your 13 for your M. Your O would be your 15, which is an XV. XV is a 15 for your O. And XIV is your 14 for your N. And your IV, again for your 4. D, I, some of them together, no, D, I guess, A, D, I, A, some of these together is M, O, and D, diamond. And what's interesting is in the heart you have a 6 and a 7 and a 1. And when I look at the club right away, you have a 6 and a 7 and a 1. Maybe that 1, if circle goes around the 6, you have a 1 by 6. If you choose the 6 to double it, you get a 12. And if you choose the 1 to add plus 1, you get a 13. In the little piece here, which is not in this bubble. It's in this little bubble. Just like here, you have an L, 110, and C. Or no, you have a 110, 174, and 100 in the little bubble down here. 174, check. 110, check. 100. Anyway. Yeah. So that's what I found out today. I hope you like spelling with me.